Now get ready for the richest single match in bowling. A $200,000 top prize for the championship of the High Roller Tournament. With Earl Anthony, I'm Steve Brad, and there's our finalists. Art Lucero, 57 years old on the left from Trinidad, Colorado. Steve Martino, he's 30 years old from Bayside, New York on the right. Two straight ball rollers. Two men with ice water in their veins, at least consistency-wise. And remember at the beginning of Steve DiMartino's match, he had problems releasing the ball. He had to add tape to his fingers, had to adjust the ball, and he still did not leave an open frame.
Both these guys very good spare shooters, and we talked about how you have to fill frames to win a one-game match. And the idea is just keep it around the head pin and make your spares. And you can see still, as you mentioned, Steve, struggling with his hand. He's having trouble.
Well, if you're going to make 7, you might as well make it on the first one because your spare is irrelevant and you're going to get 10 regardless.
This is a tough spare. The one, he's got the 1, 3, and the 6 here, and he wants to get the ball in the pocket area between the 1 and the 3.
Put it right where you said, and he covers it. Steve DiMartino. And now the 57-year-old grandfather from Trinidad, Colorado. Bad back and all.
Yeah, I know what would be interesting would be to have some kind of a way to take their pulse rate right now and their blood pressure. See if we need any medics standing by.
Very high.
Now this is a tougher spare. It's tougher spare than Steve had. Art's got he's got the 3, 6, and 9. Now again, he's the ball. You want to get the ball to the back pin. It has to hit the 9 to the spare properly. You can make it other ways, but you can miss it a lot more ways than you can make it. This is a tough spare, cross lane between the between the 3 and the 6 with the ball. They did it perfect.
Both men start with a spare in the first frame.
And tough spares at that, Steve. You know, that's a tough way to start. They're a little bit indoctrinated now. Both have already bowled a game on television. They're winners. They know they've got at least $100,000 in their pocket, maybe 200.
About 5 years ago when he first started coming to the high roller, Art Lucero had that back accident. And 6 weeks later, he came to bowl just like that.
You can see the crowd's really into it, and we've got a big crowd here. There are the people from Las Vegas supporting this event. They've been here all week like this. Crowds have been fantastic. They've been really into the bowling. They're picking a favorite. They're rooting for him, and you can see Art's kind of one of the favorites here. They're rooting for the old guys like me.
This is his 4th appearance for Steve DiMartino in the high roller, and up until this year, he's only won 1 game.
Well, you have to win 11 in a row to get to this point, to win this tournament. There you go.
And they match strikes in the second frame, and we're even again. This guy plays on 4 softball leagues, 1 touch football league, and 2 bowling leagues.
What's he do with his spare time? What do you think?
He's a CPA.
I don't think I'd want him to be my CPA. He hasn't got time to do anything in the office, doesn't sound like.
Well, now he's got the 3, 6 again on the same lane, but it's only 2 pins this time.
Well, he knows where to throw it and how to play it. Let's hope he doesn't chop it. Cross lane, cover the spare, ball between the 2 pins. Careful. Oh my. I'm getting nervous already, Steve. It's early in the match.
I thought you smelled chop there real early in that roll.
It looked like it.
We are still even in the 3rd frame. Art Lucero coming off a strike.
The angle of the backswing is what really creates the release point in the bowling swing. And Art's angle of the backswing is away from his body, so that makes him pull the ball back across in front of him slightly, which makes it almost impossible for him to get a lot of side turn on the ball. That's why he rolls it so straight. Doesn't do much.
Very light. But again, a makeable spare with, you know, nothing's easy, I understand, especially with $200,000 riding for the top prize, but they could be worse.
Could be worse. This is another very choppable spare, and the best place to play it is down the left side of the lane, hard and straight. Let's see how Art decides to play it. I think he's going cross lane at it a little bit here. Yes, he is. Hold on. He's got we got a good match going here.
Absolutely even through 3 frames. He says he's too old to get nervous, but I don't buy that.
I don't buy that either. I'm just watching, and I'm almost his age, and I'm nervous. Gotta hurry. Oh, lucky to kick the 10-pin out there. Could have been the washout.
The washout would have been most difficult for the 57-year-old man from Trinidad, Colorado. Nice people in this tournament, I want to tell you. Throughout the whole tournament. And 4 exemplary people in the final 4.
1, 2, 4. Cross it on the left side of the head pin. Just like that.
And so nobody leaves any opens as Art Lucero gets a spare on the 4th frame, and we'll return with more action from the championship final of the High Roller event in Las Vegas after this.